Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So we'll be continuing our discussion from where we stopped yesterday in the first canto, 5th chapter, verse number 17. That was the discussion. So in that discussion, we are trying to understand the background behind the saying of this sloka, quoting of this sloka. So before that, in text 16, we understood Vasudev is instructed by Narada Muni. So he has to describe the pastimes of the Lord, and also while discouraging the karma and encourage the people in general, that means encourage the people to accept devotion, purely devotion. Because the business of the Jivatma is only devotion, not the doing the karma. Karma, has to be, and karma and other means has to be practicing of those has to be discouraged clearly. So who will follow that kind of preaching? Intelligent people will follow, definitely. Vivekinaha. It's not that everyone is like that, because they are hearing from this Upadesha preaching, what they are hearing, the pleasure coming from Lord is infinite, is unlimited, and also unending. Ananta Parasya. So that's why any intelligent person will approach the Lord to be happy. Because that is intelligence. Intelligence means what? So getting the right choice, right intelligence. The pleasure from the material world is limited, and also it is destructible. So that's why any intelligent person you will definitely understand the glory of the bhakti. So you describe like that, like that, Narada Muni told. So then Vyasdev is saying, how can we disturb the people in general by discouraging them to not practice karma? So then he is also quoting sloka from Bhagavad Gita. Nabuddhi Vedam Janayet Agnanam Karma Sanginam. Yes, that is true in the case of Jnanis who wants to get the Brahman realization. So because in that case, to enter into the path of Jnana, one has to do the Nishkama Karma Yoga. Without doing the Nishkama Karma Yoga simply by sitting and thinking himself as I am not body, I am soul, I am not body, I am soul. So that is not going to work. Just someone is having the भूत चढ़ गया किसी के ऊपर. It means he is a ghost hunted. And then he is thinking himself as ghost now. Now, if you are simply saying to him, you are not ghost, you are not ghost, you are not ghost. So is it going to work? Just by saying to, then he will say that you also ghost, he will say. Simply saying you are not ghost is not going to work. So whom ghost is hunted and he is now thinking himself as ghost. And if you tell to him you are not ghost, it is not sufficient. Then what? Then you have to apply the mantra or something. So then that ghost will go away. Then he will understand he is not ghost. Similarly, for in the process of the jnana, simply if you say you are not body, you are soul, you are not body, you are soul, that is not sufficient. He has to, like applying the mantra, similarly, he has to work. So that's why that is needed. Okay. Even there is a subtle discussion is there. Time being, I'm not doing. It takes a. Still, you should understand what is jnana, what is bhakti jnana, what is the jnana produced from the nishkama karma yoga. What there is the difference between this? What is the stula jnana produced from the stula deha? What is the jnana produced in the sukshma deha? What is the jnana in the soul? What is the jnana from the Lord? What is the jnana produced from the blessings of the Lord? What is the jnana produced from the sadhana bhakti? Many things are there. So it is just a beginning actually. Okay. You'll understand when time comes. So now, because that's another big topic. So now, in the case of the jnana, one has to do his prescribed duties. But in the case of the bhakti, there is no need. There is no need to do any prescribed duties for purifying the heart. Because bhakti doesn't need any other's help. If you keep on simply chanting holy name, is enough. It's a transcendental word. It is directly connecting the soul with the Lord. And it doesn't have any business with the body. So that's a transcendental vibration is different. So that is not dependent on any other material means, doing karma and offering that. No. So, and also, even if you don't get the clear purity of the heart, but still if you start, that process itself will clean and it will make you progress. So, but who can take up that kind of bhakti process? You should have Shraddha. If you don't have full Shraddha, and what is the meaning of taking up bhakti process? Leaving karma and taking up bhakti process, direct service to the Lord. So that is, that will not be achieved. If you don't have full Shraddha in the bhakti, then you should not leave karma. If you have, then you can leave. So that's why this sloka, Tyaktva Sadharmam Charanambujam Hare, this sloka is applicable to whom? Who got the full Shraddha. Who is saying? Jiva Goswami is saying. If you see in the commentary of this same sloka, you'll understand. Who is the Adhikari for this Tyaktva Sadharmam? That means, it is said directly, one can leave the dharma, Swadharma, which is coming out from bodily fought from. That is so temporary. That can be left because body is temporary. Any dharma coming from the body is also temporary. That is not the dharma coming for the Chit Satta. Jivatma is Chit Satta. Means it is having the spiritual existence. And dharma, so on that existence, through that existence is eternal. But dharma, which is coming out of the body, the existence of the body, due to the existence of the body, that is temporary. But you are doing something on the bodily platform and offering that to the Lord is mixed actually. Just 1 second, I will show you. This is Jivatma. And this is subtle body.
Prabhuji, screen, Prabhuji.
Okay. This is Jivatma. And this is subtle body. And this is gross body. Jivatma is Chit actually. And it is also having the dharma. What is that dharma? Is a part and parcel of the Lord, servant of the Lord. It may accept, it may not accept, but that is a fact. It is a servant of the Lord. So that's why its eternal duty is what? Serving the Supreme Lord. But now, because of the in conditioning state, it is having so certain swabhava because of subtle body. It is out of the modes. And now being in this body, so it is also now some dharma. That means this is the subtle body is influenced by the goodness, passion, or ignorance. Based upon that, it is getting the some dharma. That may be the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. So, direct devotion means what? Jivatma identifying itself as servant of the Lord and doing the service to Lord directly. Okay, example Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, and so on. So, but when Jivatma identify itself as being in this body as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and after that it is offering that result to the Lord. So then it is mixing actually. It should purely what? Is a part and parcel of the Lord and it doesn't have any business with this body. So it has to directly serve the Lord. So that means this consciousness will be there. All the moment. But when it enters into this consciousness, that means because of the false ego, it identifies itself as Brahmana Kshatriya. And it does activity, then that is on the bodily platform. And offering that to the Lord is one of the mean to do bhakti. But that is not pure. Consciousness is contaminated here. So, what now? If one got the full Shraddha, so that means he is convinced that he is a servant of the Lord and his main duty is only serving the Lord and that is only the ultimate thing. Then he will endeavor every time to do the direct service to the Lord. Then that is known as sadhana bhakti. So maybe sometimes he may fall from that. So because of still the anarthas which are there in this, also which are covering aparadhas, directly covering the soul. Aparadhas are directly cover the soul. And sin will be in the subtle body. So that means anything offense towards the Lord or towards the Lord means his name, anything, then that will, so on the soul platform. So then that will stop the mercy flow from Lord to the Jivatma. So he has to. So these are there because of the influence of these sin or otherwise because of these offenses. So maybe sometimes it may come down. But since it got such a conviction, such a faith, it will immediately Dukko Darkan Garhayan. Dukko Darkamscha Garhayan. Joshamano Garhayan. Dukko Darkan Dukko Darkan. So that means even if he enjoy, he will feel very so heinous for that. So that's why now, as Narada Muni, what he's saying, you condemn any dharma which is coming from the bodily platform, being in this body, and show them path. They are the servant of the Lord. Constitutionally, they are servant of the Lord. So that's why I encourage them to do that. Because this material world is not our place actually to stay, or anything coming from this being in this material world is also not permanent. Then why we have to bother any duties in this material world, which are coming being in the bodily platform? We don't need to bother actually. That's why what he's saying, Tyaktva swadharmam charanambujam harer. We read this also. Tyaktva. From here onwards, we should read. ज्ञानेनैव त्याजनेनैव केवलया हरिभक्तिर उपदेष्टव्या. Kevala haribhakti. That means the constitutional relationship with the Lord. So based upon that, dharma is nothing but what? Bhagavat dharma. Devotion. That you should preach. Tyaktva. Tva pratyaya is used. Even he has to live, Jivatma has to live. So dharma, whatever it is getting on the bed, being in the bodily platform. So that is also very many types. Nitya dharma, naimittika, kamya, nishiddha, prayaschitta. Nitya and naimittika. So those are very crucial in the karma. Without doing those, so one will get this sin. So that's why. So even that also you should discourage the jivatma to live that. Such a preaching you should do now. That is the pure devotion actually. So do that. So bhaktir upadeshtavya ityashayena aha. Tva pratyayena bhajana aramba dashayamapi karma anuvrittir nishiddha. Even that means, you know the stages. That means now this Jivatma got the full Shraddha. Then after getting the full Shraddha, so then what it will do? Next stage is Sadhu Sangha and Bhajana Kriya. So he will associate sadhus to do bhajan, and he will go and do the bhajan. So after the Shraddha, when he do bhajana, in that bhajana kriya, so along with that, does he need to practice any karma? No. Even in the beginning also, it's not that the till anardhini vritti you should do the karma. So because there is a great chance to fall down from there. Like in the case of the Ashtanga Yoga, you remember? So we discussed in the Ashtanga Yoga case. Arurukshaha. So he cannot leave karma until unless he reaches to the Yoga Rudha stage. Even by doing the Nishkama Karma Yoga, if you get the Antakarna Shuddhi, but immediately you cannot leave. Even in the Karma Sannyas also, Lord is saying, so don't leave. So that means you got no detachment and don't leave. Karma. So follow your karma and also practice the Gnana Sadhanas. In the 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we have seen. So that don't take risk. If you get material desires once again to fulfill, then you have to do karma again. So because Gnana is not going to do the remedial thing for that. So that's why then it will become vantashi, just eating own vomit. So that's in the case of the Gnana. So you should not leave. You should not leave karma so easily until unless if you are not fully confirmed actually that there will be no arising of material desires back. Or otherwise, he is recommending to continue karma only like that and practice gnana, and so like that you go further. What is the problem? That karma is not going to touch you. Even if you are in the perfection of the Nishkama Karma Yoga, karma will not touch. Because if you do karma without kartritva buddhi and without expecting the result of that, so then it is not going to give any punya or papa to you. So it is not going to bind. So do that. He is recommending in that process. But here in this case of the bhakti, if you got Shraddha, from the day one you can leave the karma. And do the 24 hours sadhana bhakti, which is prescribed by the sadhus, means previous acharyas. You should do all the time sadhana bhakti, as prescribed in the Pancharatradi systems and as prescribed by the Shastra. You should not speculate the sadhana yourself. That's wrong. Sadhu Sangha, in the direction of the Bhajana Siksha Guru, you should do. So, leave the karma like that. So, Narada Muni is asking to do preaching like that. Tyaktva, after leaving, tva pratyaya, that means after leaving karma, do the bhajan. Leave karma and do bhajan. Don't keep both together. No need. Even in the beginning stage also no need. Bhajana kriya. Taktva sadharmam charanam bhujam harer. Bhajan. Bhajan means bhajana kriya. In the bhajan, it's not that you became so perfection, then after that you leave karma. No. Even in the bhajana kriya, you can leave the karma. So here, bhajana aramba dashayamapi karmanu vrittir nishiddha. Following the karma is rejected. Swadharmam tyaktva yo bhajan syad amushya abhadram tavat na bhavet. We read in the Bhagavad Gita, everyone has to do 5 kinds of the yajnas. Every human being. What are those 5 kinds of yajnas? We are being in this material world are the indebted to 5. One is Brahma Yajna. Okay? Because Brahma means Shastras, studying the Swadhyaya, doing the Vedas, studying the Vedas. This is Brahma Yajna. Second one is what? So, Devata Yajna. Deva Yajna. Worshipping the, gratifying the, or doing the sacrifice for the demigods. Next one is what? Pitru Yajna. That means worshipping Pitru Devatas. Third one is what? Fourth one, Bhuta Yajna. Bhuta Yajna means because you are in this material world, so many living entities are cause for your existence. Like example, honeybees are there. Their pollination is happening because of honeybees or the different insects. Dogs are there. They are doing, pigs are there. They are cleaning. Dogs are doing their own activity in this nature. The existence of other living entities are needed to your existence. So Bhuta Yajna means, so doing the sacrifice for the Bhutas means, so offering the food for the different living entities which are surrounding to you. Next one is what? Nruyagya. Nruyagya means, so worshipping the or hosting guest. Nruyagya. These are very mandatory when you are in the bodily consciousness, because your body is maintained by all these. Okay. So, but what about this then? Still you are in the body. So do you need to do these yajnas or not? Along with the so your bhakti bhajan? No need. So no need. You are not indebted to anyone. Even you are not indebted to your mother and father also. If you come to because mother and father relationship is also only on the bodily platform. But relationship on the soul platform is spiritual platform. That is with the only Lord. This one. And once if you are fixed in that, or you are determined for that, reviving that relationship. So it's not that you developed that relationship and then only you have to leave this karma. No. Even you didn't develop this relationship, but you want to develop, and you are determined for that. So that means Shraddha, that kind of faith you have. Enough. You can leave the karma. It's not that now. So first you develop that relationship with the Lord, get perfection, then only you should leave the duties, because you are in the body. So these are all this is maintained by all these people, all these entities. So that's why you should keep on continue this. Is it like that? No. It's not like that. From the day one, tyaktva sadharmam. All this dharma. This is a dharma for every grahastha. Every grahastha has to do this. Is pancha yajnas. It's mandatory. So one can leave all this. No problem. Kwa va abhadram abhut. Kya? What? So any bad will happen for them by leaving those? Abhadram? Any inauspiciousness will happen for them? Na bhavet. Na bhavet. No. Devarshi bhutapta nrunam pitrunam ityade. In this sloka it is said. Just this sloka is, I'm referring the full sloka is there in the Bhanumara's translation. Devarshi bhutapta nrunam pitrunam na kinkaro nayam runi charajan sarvatmanaya sharanam sharanyam gato mukundam parihritya kartam. So sarvatmana yah sharanam sharanyam. So completely in all the ways, if you take the shelter in the Lord, then you don't need to do. So you don't need to become a servant for the Deva, Rishi, Bhuta, Apta, Nrunam. Devatas, Rishis, living entities. Apta means relatives. Nruna means guest. Pitruna means Pitru Devatas. For anyone you are not indebted. Even you are not perfection, God perfection in the devotion, still you should just getting the Shraddha is enough actually. You can leave. You're not, no more you are servant of all those. यदि पुनरअपक्वः भगवत् प्राप्ति योग्यो म्रियते जीवन्नेव वा कथंचित् अन्यासक्तः ततः भजनात् दुराचारतया वा पतेत् तदपि कर्म त्याग निमित्तम अभद्रम न भवेत् एव. What he said? यदि, for suppose, where is that? अच्छा. For suppose, so you got Shraddha and you went here. You entered into the bhajana kriya. But somehow or other, because of the kusangati, so janasangascha laulyam cha shadbir bhaktir vinashyati, by the association of the bad people, bhakti may destroy. Will happen or not? Because of some reason, you are not able to continue and you got the bad conduct, bad habits, or otherwise your body is finished. Now you are not no more in that body, but you didn't get the perfection. You just started. That means you are committed yourself to do bhajan 24 hours. Or because of the bad association, you got the desires. And you are not able to continue your devotion now. So then what? Now you see another situation. This relationship with the Lord is not no more now. You are not doing the bhakti. Revival of that relationship is also not there. And also you left the dharma which is coming from the body. Or otherwise, successfully it is not completed. And you left. That means you got the death. You have to leave this body. Then what will happen to that soul? Or otherwise, what will happen to that soul which out of the kusangati, so it stopped practicing bhakti and doing the heinous activities. Duracharataya. What is said here? Duracharataya. Karma tyaga. Katamchid anyasaktaha. Mriyate, that means maybe death. Jivan nevava katamchit anyasaktaha. That means getting the attraction towards the other things. Like example, Bharata Maharaj got the attraction for the other things. Bhakti nishta chavaka vastvantra abhinivesha. Getting the attraction towards the so Krishna. That means object which is not Krishna. Katanchit anyasaktaha. Tataha. Because of that attraction towards the other thing, what happened? Bhajanat duracharataya vapatet. So very badly he is falling from the practicing of the devotion because of attraction towards the other things. That means he is stopping, and also on top of that he is also having what? Bad conduct, bad lifestyle. Then what will happen? Tell me now. What will happen? So then, because of the not practicing this dharma, which is out of the bodily platform, now will he get the sin? And what about the practice, whatever he did? A little bit, whatever, are this something? The practice he did for some days or some months or some years. And what happened to that? That revival of this, that means that service where it will go. And also, what will he get the sin back? So then what? Yatra kvava abhadramabudamushyaking. tadapi karmatyaganam nimittam abhadram na bhavet. So that means since he left his duties after based upon the bodily platform, so and he will never get any sin or any inauspiciousness of stopping his regular this kind of yajnas. So privilege is given to you. So much is given, no problem. So you don't get any inauspiciousness due to, of the leaving. Previously you left the karma. And what about this bhakti samskaras are there, service he did? That means some realizations might be there. Na? If you do one time holy name also, there will be some kind of realization. That is always in the soul, not in the mental platform. Because that is transcendental actually. There's a transcendental experience. That is any experience from the material object. If you see the material object and your senses are so touching, contacting with this object, and so some experience is coming by the contact of the senses with the sense objects. And that experience will be in the only in the subtle body. But the devotional experiences are there in the soul. Those will not end at any time, actually. So that's why what he said here. Bhakti vasanayaha anuchitti dharmakatvat. These samskaras, bhakti samskaras, what are there, those will be there for transcendentally. Those will be transcendentally with the Jivatma all the time. And no one is going to destroy those. Dharmakatvat sukshma rupena tadapi satvat. Even he is doing now bad, that means person, bad things is practicing. But those bhakti samskaras are there with him. Those bhakti samskaras are there with him, which cannot be destroyed by at any level, at any time. So, karma anadhikarat. And so that's why now he is now having the bad habits, bad conduct. So whether he has to take up the karma now, to, like in the case of the jnanis, if they get so any material desires, they has to start back the karma, because now they cannot continue the jnana, practicing of the jnana. In this, if you are here, if you are here, and if you get the once again, so material desires, then you have to so do karma, better do karma. It may be vantas, because you cannot go further practicing of the jnana. But now in the case of the devotee, he is also getting the some material desires and he is becoming the bad also. So then, do we need to prescribe karma for him? No need. That means we are taking the cases who got the full shraddha and is falling. Somehow or other. That case is being discussed. Then karma anadhikara. No need to prescribe karma for him. Yatra kvava janmani kim abhadrum abhut na abhut eva. That means what we have to do then? He is not going to get any kind of karma anadhikarat yatra kvava janmani kim abhut kim abhadram abhut na abhuteva. So in any life, in any birth, so is he going to get any kind of uh, so inauspiciousness? No, no inauspiciousness. So karma anadhikara means if he is in the spiritual, that means he fully surrendered, and then he got this so thing, then in that case, what? Karma anadhikara means on him karma will not act actually. Even if we get the next life animal body, so you should not think that it is out of karma. It is not out of karma. Example, for example, the case is so Bharat Maharaj. He is doing, he left everything, Taktva Sadharmam, and he practiced. So he is practicing the purely devotional service. But all of a sudden, so he got the attraction somehow or other by the will of the Lord or anything. So he got the attraction towards the deer. And now, in this case, so he got in the next life the deer body. This deer body is out of what? Because of his previous karma he got. No. Karma anadhikara. Karma is not acting on him. And it is of just out of the Lord's will. It's not the karma anadhikara. It's not the because of the karma. Okay? So you should take like that. So that means in any life, that means he will, even if he, that means, so there is no role of the karma on him and he got the hidden body. But in that also, bhakti samskaras are not finished and that deer is keep on thinking about the Lord all the time. So there is no karma, role of karma on him. You should not say that he got the now, this body of the deer body out of karma. No. So then such a bad conduct person, what is the solution for him? He has to go and take up the karma? No need. He has to get the right sangati and he has to correct his life. He has to correct. He should be in the good protection of the devotees, sadhus. You should not prescribe karma for him. But he should be getting, he should go for good association. He should not, oh no, I am getting the material desire, so okay, I should go for the karma and do the karma. He should not come back. He already surrendered to the Lord and he already have the full faith towards the Lord. And now he should not develop the faith in the karma. What he has to do? To progress, he has to get the good association of the sadhus and progress. We should not prescribe karma for him. He should not prescribe himself also karma to him. Do progress. But in the case of the Gnani, it is not like that. There's a difference. Because bhakti is going to so eradicate everything actually. That is the thing. There is no role of karma. And also, anything if you get in the next body, it's not out of karma. That is the glory of the bhakti. Yatra kva janmani kim abhadram abhut na abhut eva. Right? In any life, after that, any life even is not going to get any inauspiciousness. Those bhakti vasanas will be definitely. So we will be taking him forward only. And in the next sloka will be, next to next sloka will be understand even further, very detailedly. So that means Tushyatu Durjananya. That means Yedi Patet in the sloka, if you see, so Tyaktva Sadharmam Charanam Bhujam Hare Bhajan Napakpo Patet Tatah Yedi. Patet is there. Na? Patet, then why it is used? There is no fall down for him. Because once if we enter into the pure devotion, there is no fall down. But then why the word patet is used here in this sloka? One may get this doubt. Patet, this is just Tushyat Durjana. What is that? Nyaya Tushyat Durjana. Even bad people also let become happy. They want to hear. So kind of, what is that? Less glorification of the bhakti. They like to hear. So let them be happy. For them, this is given. Patet. To make them happy. But actually, na vastutaha pataha. Na vastutaha pataha. In real, there is no fall down for him. Name bhaktah pranashyati. What Krishna is saying. Kaunteya pratijanihi. Name bhaktah pranashyati. Oh, my dear Arjuna, you declare, my devotee never perishes. There is no fall down for devotee. That is the glory of the bhakti. If one surrender to the Lord like that, so that's all. So there is no fall down for him. There is no need of using of the word fall down for them. No fall down. So bhakti is so powerful. If you underestimate the glory of the bhakti, then you are the offender. You are the offender actually. So that's why be careful. That will destroy your bhakti like anything actually. Natu vastutaha pataha tadhetukam. So now because of that bad activities, will he get the heinous bodies? No. Because there is no influence of karma also. Even if you get any disease or any body, that is only because of the Lord. So Lord wants to protect his devotee, wants to teach his devotee, and wants to cure his devotee. Lord wants to give a lesson to his devotee, then he may give anything. That is only Bhagavata Subhasabham. That is not inauspicious. Anything coming from the Lord is auspicious. Even in the case of Bharata Maharaj, he got the Nicha Yoni, means Hiran body, deer body. So that is not inauspicious for him actually. That is auspicious only. So that is the glory of the bhakti. Natu vastutaha patah tad hetukam nicha yonitvam cha. Nahyangopokrame dhvamso madharmasyoddhavanvapi iti. Sri Bhagavad Vakyad Amoga Bhaktyankurasya Nahi Anga Upakrame Dhvamsaha. So anyone begin devotion towards me, my dear Uddhava, Anvapi. So that means even a little bit, so harm will happen to you. If someone fully surrender, for the Lord and day and night. So he is serving him. So something happened in his life. So it can happen. You should not say that it will not happen. It may happen. But you should not offend him. But he should feel bad. He will feel definitely being a devotee. That is a devotion actually. So that the bhakti seed, whatever is given to him, that will be, so now he is going to grow further. It is now is sprouted from that seed, what sprout came, and then it is going to have the leaves, and it will grow, and it will have the branches, and also it is going to have flowers, and also it is going to have fruits. So that's why this seed, Bhakti Lata, is that will never be perished actually. Then definitely in one life he will become, this seed will fructified and it will be getting the leaves. What? Bhaktyankurasya avashya bhavya patra pushpa faladitvad. All the leaves, flowers, fruits, everything will come. So that is the meaning actually. There is no punishment means there is no destruction. Atra bhavet an ityanuktva bhuta nirdesho. So okay. Abhut means is a bhuta kala is used. That means in the sloka, if you see yatra kwa abhadram abhut, that means for anyone inauspicious happened. That means for no one inauspicious happened. That means past is used. Past is used because that means it's a clearly proved actually. It's a proved thing. Nobody, for no one who are practicing pure devotion fall down from that means left. That means they stopped that. After that, there is no fall down for them. There is no inauspicious for them happened till now. That means till now it is not happened. In future it will happen. No. Millions of years. Anadi Kala it did not happen. Is it going to happen in future? No. So that means it is giving the confidence to you. You don't need to think about. So sometimes if you want to cross, so these are two banks are there, in between water is there, and is a small, maybe sometimes in the fields in my childhood, we used to have this some kind of wooden plank, very very thin plank they may so join these two banks, and it also sometimes shakes. So you may not have confidence to go, but one or two people if they go, then you will get the confidence. So because by seeing them, so because now that is, so no trouble, no problem. Similarly, to leave karma and practicing bhakti, full bhakti, you may feel, oh, I may fall down, then I may should take up the once again karma. So this kind of thing may happen. That kind of doubts may come in your heart. So what should I do then? So, and also if I in between, if I leave my body, then what will happen to my bhakti? Then also I left my karma, I may go to hell. No. So here Narada Muni is saying, hey, Vasudev, declare bhakti like that. So give confidence to them to come to the pure devotional service. Give full confidence for them. So even in any life, there is no inauspiciousness for them. Yatra kwa abhadram abhud amushyakim. Qua means in any lifetime, no auspicious, no inauspiciousness. Give full confidence. Let them come. Fully dependent on bhakti. No problem. तो इतना बोलने के लिए बोल रहे हैं actually. So Narad Muni is saying to say this much to the, so he's asking Vasudev to glorify bhakti like this. Do, my dear. So, if you leave karma, if you leave bhakti, abhajatam, abhajat bihi swadharmatah kova artha apto nakopi ityartha. But if you leave the bhakti and if you practice only karma, then what you are going to get? What you will get? Nothing you will going to get. You may get some material pleasure, that's all. And it will be finished. That phala, whatever the fruit is coming, by practicing the dharma on the bodily platform, that will come and go. Finish. Useless. No permanent thing. Okay. So any yoga will not be destroyed. That means even if you do the Nishkama Karma Yoga, that means there means you are offering fruits of the Lord, that will be there. And if you do the, so in the Ashtanga Yoga meditation on the Paramatma, that will be there. Anything related to the Paramatma or the Bhagavan or the Brahman will be there. But other thing will be out. But it's not like Bhakti. They are all not like Bhakti. How Bhakti is glorious, we have seen in several places. In Bhakti Sandarbha, so many Anuchedas are dedicated for glorifying the Bhakti than the comparatively glorifying the Bhakti than other sadhanas. So much is given. So, my dears, the point is try to get the faith on the Bhakti. Try to trust Lord and try to trust the Bhakti, devotion, and try to surrender to the Lord. This is a lesson for us. Next, any questions on this? Yes, Archana Bhakti Mother.
Prabhuji, here Narad Muni is saying, don't prescribe karma to somebody who has entered into bhakti, and then if he's falling down, meaning,
Yes.
yeah, so don't prescribe karma to such a person.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do any karma. If he got full Shraddha and because of Kusangati lost his bhakti, Duracharati, he doesn't need to do karma. He has to change his Kusangati and do bhajan.
So who is this that is prescribing to him, Prabhuji? Who
Who is
because
himself?
Shraddha
Yeah.
himself. So
Or
then
otherwise, he doesn't need to practice any. Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand this Shraddha, that he will know himself or someone from outside will tell him.
His guru will know, bhajan guru.
Mm.
He needs guru to do bhajan also. Bhajan Shiksha Guru.
Sometimes, Prabhuji, we see that somebody who's a brahmachari, he goes, he'll get married. So what will you call that? If he has given up everything and he has joined the temple, that means he got Shraddha and he came. But for whatever reason, association or whatever, now he's going back and he wants to get married. So in that case, his getting married, do you call that karma? And then maintaining family and all that, what will that be?
The Shraddha Bhasa, being association of the, when you come to the devotion initially, by seeing the senior brahmacharis who are, that means strongly dedicated to that, and being in their association, the Shraddha is reflecting that Shraddha, whatever they have in their heart, that is reflecting in your heart. And you also feel that I am also having that Shraddha.
Sometimes it happens even after many years of practicing bhakti, staying in
No, no,
that
please try
ashram.
to hear. Please try to hear me. So that brahmachari, so maybe, so initially, so they are coming, so in association of the, so that kind of brahmacharis who has full shraddha, and being in their association, they got the reflection of their shraddha in their heart. Okay. So in the dedicated devotee's Shraddha is reflected in these hearts, in the heart of this devotee. And but that is not the real Shraddha.
Mm.
That is just a reflection actually. And by that he will think that, oh, I'm also now brahmachari, I can do. And he dedicated. But after due course of time, he understood it is not there. Then what he has to do then? He is not surrendered now. Then he has to go for karma. Let him do. Develop the Shraddha gradually in the association. You're understanding?
Yeah.
So like this Shraddha is also many types. Balatkrit Shraddha, like that many are there.
And the question was, so do you recommend karma to such a person?
Definitely. Because he doesn't have Shraddha. And if you say to practice devotion 24 hours, he will not, he has no surrenderance.
But
Why we have
Prabhuji,
to?
you
uh,
said that Shraddha means you have faith and that's why he left everything and he came to the temple because he had that
that's
faith.
reflection. That's not
Oh.
real Shraddha.
And what about someone who, who after many years, sometimes even they become gurus and then they get married after that, then what?
So there is the thing actually. One should understand what is his situation. He needs guru, that's why. Whether it is, so he has Shraddha and he, because of Kusangati, he got that. And he doesn't want to go for the karma. So that means he's fully surrendered to the Lord only. Then why he has to do karma now? Then he will
Because
repent for that. Yeah.
no, why he has to do karma means, so you're saying, let's take the example of getting married. So then, even if some mistake happened, then don't go for marriage. Just continue what you're doing. Is that what you're saying?
If you have full surrenderance,
Mm.
if you have full surrenderance means you have full confidence on the Lord. He is only the ultimate. That means there is no doubt in that. No viparita or no viparita
Okay.
bhavanas or no asambhavanas.
In other words, so if he decides to get married, then will that be called that he didn't have Shraddha, that's why he went for marriage? Will that be the conclusion?
That will be definitely. अरे इस्कॉन वाले ऐसे हैं भाई, ये लोग कोई भक्तों का भरोसा नहीं है इधर। तो अपना अपना सबका पास धन है ही है। हमको भी चाहिए। हमारा भी पत्नी रहते तो बुढ़ापा में हमको भी देखभाल करते हैं। कोई ना कोई एक रहेगी मेरा साथ में। क्या है ये? तो मेरा भी बच्चा रहेंगे, तब वो लोग हमको देखेंगे। बुढ़ापा में कौन देखते मुझे? इस्कॉन में ऐसे यूज एंड थ्रो है, समझे? ये है। दैट मीन्स ही डजंट हैव एनी श्रद्धा on the Lord. What is this? Organization may do or may not do. We are dependent on the Lord. And we are serving through the organization Him. But if you have strong Shraddha, so nobody is going to. No organization rules or nothing is going to stop you. What Lord cannot help you beyond the organization?
Prabhuji, what does it mean? Dukkho darkan, what is that sentence? Garhayan. So he is enjoying and he's also feeling bad about it. So where does that fit in?
That will fit when he got full Shraddha, but somehow or other. So he got this some So desire, material desire. So at that time, so he will be here. It will fit. 1 second. Here in this area, before the anartha nivritti, it will come actually. So, but definitely because he knows Shastra, he will he will never allow him, but to enjoy bad things to forget it. But so even the right way of enjoyment, sense gratification of right way of sense gratification should not be done. Because other than the bhakti, anyabhilasha sunyam, you should not have any other material desire. So that is expected actually from the pure
But
devotee.
But this is
So,
what
but he,
Narad Muni is saying in this sentence, that even if you fall down, there's nothing to lose. That's what I'm trying to understand. Even if you
yes,
fall down. But you're saying if he has Shraddha, then he won't. That's what you are saying just now.
yeah, and also in kusangati may fall down, or Lord's will you may fall down.
But when he falls down, then what? Is he doing karma or is he still in bhakti?
He is still in bhakti only, should do bhakti only. Once if you enter into this region, so there is no need to go back to the karma.
But how you'll know if you're in that region or not? Because you're thinking you're there, and that's why you're in the temple and everything.
That
And
is the
then
guru
some.
is needed. That's why. If you want to check with the guru, then you have to check.
Yeah.
So whatever said in the Shastra you want to know in your life, then you need guru. You need the guidance from the guru. But the Shastra is, you cannot, Shastra, whatever is saying is right. But how to implement in your life, then we need guru. That's a bhajana shiksha guru. Guru is there. Shraddha also Guru Padashraya, Sadhu Sangha and Bhajana Kriya. Shraddha also, yes. It's not a imagination. No? We should be closely, yes. So checking. Also, they gave the books also. Yes.
But one more thing, Prabhuji, here Narad Muni is saying even in the beginning, don't prescribe karma. So that beginning means after Shraddha, right?
Yes, yes. Of course. Just you came to know association of devotees and leave the karma. No. Then it will break the principles many. That means Shraddha, then what is the use of Shraddha then? Then many places, tavat karmani kurvita. Where you will give then? Where is the place for that then?
Then
It
why
doesn't
we
help.
accept brahmacharis in the temple? Are we thinking that when someone becomes a brahmachari, he got full Shraddha, therefore we are taking them in the temple?
That should be the principle. Even in the Gurukula, so who will be saying Naistik Brahmachari? He, after going to the proper education, he will be saying that, my dear Gurudev, I don't have any material desires and I don't want to serve. I want to serve you only, dedicatedly. He is having the full faith for the spiritual process. That may be the Gnana or that may be the so bhakti. And that too also, then Guru will check him and then he will understand. Especially, so brahmacharis, Naistic brahmacharis allowed for the who are in the Brahmana category. That means the Gurukula, Guru will be who are coming boys. He will be dividing that into the four varnas: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, based upon the disposition of their so qualities actually, the position. So their nature. So based upon that, they will be categorized. That means who are in the Brahmanical platform means Brahmana. That means who is spiritually inclined. Those only allowed to take the Naistic Brahmachari, not the Kshatriyas. They are not allowed because they are not in the spiritual platform now. Kshatriya boy is not in the spiritual platform. Brahmana boy is in the spiritual platform. Brahmani charati iti Brahmana. So then he wants to continue that further. Then what is the need for him to go to? That means he got enough goodness in him. Then what is the need for him to go to the Grihasthashram? This is not the Grihasthashram is meant for the living. At the stage of Vanaprastha, at one stage you have to live only. Na? So that's a family life is meant for living, not for the holding. If that is there, then what is the need? Why he has to go for the Grihasthashram? And that kind of quality is there, then he should be allowed to become brahmachari. And brahmacharis means they should take up the majorly teaching and preaching activities. That is their main business.
But that is also karma, no? Brahmachari is also within Varnashram system.
So that's why the Varnashrama system is not only having the only Varnas, it is also having the ashramas. It's a spiritual phases also there. So that's why you should use the system to fit the spiritual phases of the any process. Maybe that's a jnana or the bhakti.
So brahmacharya, vanaprastha and sannyas, they're all spiritual, huh? Prabhuji?
That means spiritual phases. So, but identifying brahmachari is also in the pure, is not in the pure devotion. But that is the phase. You divide the spiritual life into 4 phases. If we are not saying that that is a spiritual, based upon the practicing of that sadhana, you will say, is in the material or spiritual.
Yeah.
You cannot say that Grihastha is in the material platform. If he is practicing pure devotion, he is in the spiritual platform. The practice what they are doing, based upon that you should see.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah. It's clear for all of you?
Yes, one small question, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Recently, I was hearing that ISKCON has 2 mats, means 2 views. So one is that every brahmachari or mostly devotees should stay as brahmacharis, and every woman has to be married. So how it synchronizes these kind of things? So when some devotees, after a few years after staying as a whatever saffron dress or yellow dress and go to dress, we may think, okay, he has fallen down. Or something. If he takes other karmi work, we can say that Shraddha is less, but if he continues as a dress and is doing as a devotion.
Yes.
So because the mat is itself is clashing.
Yeah. So that is our agenda is we want to make everyone pure devotee. So that's why everyone should be pure devotee. So that's maybe that's a boy or girl. Everyone should become pure devotee. That is the goal. So everyone become brahmachari means everyone should become pure devotee. So because not dependent on the doing the karma and so on. So that's why every boy is encouraged. And why every girl is encouraged to go for marriage? Why not every girl also should become brahmacharini? What they are not eligible for doing the practicing the living the karma? They can also practice. They can also have their own ashram, mat. So the point is what? The practically the society also should understand where you are implementing this pure devotion. You are implementing on the earth planet, not in the spiritual world. This is. So that's why everyone is not in that pure devotional level now. Kanishtas also might be there now. So because there is a risk. Theoretically, there is no wrong actually. Every girl also can become brahmachari. Theoretically, it is true. Every girl can become. And you should not see anybody on the level of upadhi actually. Hey, she's a girl and she's a boy. Then your consciousness is also in the bodily platform. That's why theoretically there is no wrong. Actually, everyone can become brahmachari. But the point is, so in the practical implementation, So you should not mix the both actually. If you keep boys and girls together in the same place, so that means you want to sprout, you are sprouting a seed, and you are not giving the favorable condition for that to grow. Then what it will happen? It will just, it will, that it will be like that only. It will not grow actually. So that's why to separate boys and girls, it is there from the beginning actually. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also very careful about this thing. He is always cautious to not mix the boys and girls to have the progress in the devotion. So that's why no, that means boys are greater or girls are lesser, nothing. In the devotional platform, everyone is equal. But how you will going to implement this practically? That makes the matter. Any culture, any rules in the scriptures are there to facilitate pure devotion. You should not, or one should not think that it is suppressing us. No. Then they are not understand scriptures then. Then they don't have any respect for the scriptures. So that's why we should understand the injunctions given by the scriptures also. And so that's why boys and girls, they should practice pure devotion. It's not that we are putting them in entanglement. Now the girls, so maybe few girls
You are in mute, Prabhuji.
when it is muted.
Voice gone. We
Now,
Yeah, now we
gone.
can hear, but we missed quite some
how much
time.
time?
Your screen was frozen, and then when it came back, you were in mute and you were talking.
You are telling everyone at that point.
Yeah. Oh my God.
1 minute.
I have to repeat. So every boy and girl are in equal. So I said, na. So this, and till where you heard? If you tell, then I can continue from there.
From there only, Prabhuji. All the scriptures are prescribing.
Scriptures. Yeah. Scriptures are telling us. So that's why we should follow the scriptural injunction, whatever culture is there. So Vasudeva Paraveda, or whatever, everything in the scriptures is given for the, so to assist. All the rules in the scriptures are there to assist the pure devotion. This you have to understand. Bhakti. All the rules. So whatever rules are there, just to assist. That you have to so carefully see and identify and understand. And also we should encourage the people also like that. We should encourage everyone. And also we should not suppress anyone's spirit of the devotion, but also you should see practically what is the good thing. And like that you should so bring up, so encourage them. Similarly, there should not be any damage to the society. That is the thing actually. So that's known as understanding maturity is needed actually, should not fight. And that will lead to the divisions. Then that will break the society. Then that will create the problem. If we are all together, then it's a strength. Because association of the devotee is only the solution for the progressing in the devotion. If you divide the things, then there is no further association. So you are losing the association. Then that will damage actually your pure devotion, your growth of the devotion. Okay. Yes. Any comments?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So many, as soon as you say, that okay, they shouldn't live in the temple, but so many other things will also come. So then in the temple also there's services, there's services for men, women, they're serving in the same temple. You're not living there, but still you're going. So that is also mixing. So where will you draw the line? What I'm saying is, yes, this is given in the scripture, but if Acharya has given us a particular, obviously he understood the circumstance and accordingly he is applying what is given in the scripture. So if we followed what the Acharya has given, is there any risk? Is there any problem? It may not be exactly as you see in the scripture.
We have to see Acharya from overall angle. That means not that Acharya is seeing the one point. Like the elephant is there, just touching the feet, and you should not say that it is a pole. Just by touching his tail, you cannot say that is it's something fan or something. So you have to see Acharya from the overall view. What is the goal? What he wants to achieve, and what he is saying, his instructions. So that everything you should keep in account, and so understand what is the final that's why the final mood, actually final mood means how practically he wants to implement. So not final mood. Final mood is anyway Krishna consciousness only, but how practically he wants to do. So
we will
for
see
the
that
manifestation,
we will see
so
that
that is the
from
lacking.
past, no, Prabhuji?
We should not see Prabhupada in only one angle. We should see this overall mission, how it is going to manifest. For that, anything should not be destructive or it should not be stopped. So that is the point. Actually, now many things said Acharya. So are you taking only whatever is liking to you, or are you taking all the responsibility and thinking what should be done?
Yeah, whatever he has told us to do, that we are trying to do. Of course, now you will say he told us to open Varnashram college and we have not done it. I understand that part.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the
So
other
he also
things.
told there is no woman in the Varnashrama college. No, he also told. So women should not be coming to this Varnashrama college, only for the gents.
Then
Clearly instructions are there.
then we'll have Varnashram college for women.
Yeah. So it is not going to, you cannot claim, like example, so I started at the Shastra Vichara. Why not for the Matajis? So many people are started coming and ask. Why for the Matajis? Why? What is the need in the practical society where we are going to develop? If they need some management, that is a different thing. So why you have to learn this? So that's why now we are going to set example to the society also. Many factors are there. That means Loka Sangraha. That means for the guiding the society, for educating the society, preaching to the society. It's not that the everything theoretically only you see. So practically, and many factors are there. Take everything into the account. Prabhupada means not only one thing. So then you have to understand what is feasible for this, what he wants to develop gradually. So that's understanding. That's why, so to bring the unity, sit and discuss. First of all, sit and discuss what Prabhupada wanted. So let us understand from his instructions and then draw out what we should do now. If that thorough discussion happened, then it is nice. Without understanding properly that, so you cannot simply say, or simply you should not suppress, hey, you are woman, woman, woman. What is woman actually? Why woman? She is woman. She is also practicing pure devotion. She is devotee. That is also not correct. So otherwise it will be great destruction actually for us.
If she doesn't get association only, how she will practice pure devotional service?
Yeah, that's why we have to arrange, definitely. Why not? We are not saying that Mataji should not get association.
So then
Mataji
what
is
is the arrangement? What is the arrangement for them?
They can, so actually they should be in the Like example, if some Matajis, then we have to, as an organization, we should facilitate them where there is no free mixing of man and woman. If someone old woman and or the widow woman and she doesn't have any chance to get association, then it has to be facilitated so that there is no free mixing of the. Why we are not allowing to stay in the temple? Staying temple is not wrong actually. The point is there should not be free mixing where the man also there and where the woman also is there.
Yes.
Which is a destructive for the devotion. So that's the point actually. We should understand the principle. So that should be. So then we have to take care with. So where there is a possibility is that such a mixing is not there, then we have to arrange that. Ultimately, that should be. Then only Mataji should be in the temple and all the Prabhus will be out. That is also okay. Then let them manage.
I am pleading on behalf of those ladies who don't get association. I'm asking. I'm not saying this is the system.
Yeah. So then that's why Mataji, we have to facilitate. Then what is the solution? If I am the monarch actually have full powers, then I can say, then what is the point of saying me actually? But I can give the principle actually.
So Prabhupada did that already, right? He encouraged. He didn't deny anyone. So can't we do the same thing what he did?
Yeah, that is another point. Prabhupada did so many things. So, and also he said after that some more things. You're understanding? So many things also he said later. That's why I'm saying that I already answered to you. Now in the time place, so you have to see the total Prabhupada, total instructions.
Yeah.
Why he did and what is the total you have to achieve. And if it is going to stop the future progress of the mission, then what is the use then? That kind of thing.
What I'm saying is it has to be done in such a way that
then sit and discuss. Sit and discuss and understand what is Prabhupada. That is not doing and simply shouting, then what is that? I don't want to come for discussion. Then what is this? Then bring out all the instructions of Prabhupada and jot it down. And then see, if you have really love for Prabhupada, then do this. And what he is, and dig the Prabhupada, what is the background for the Prabhupada? From where he is started, that means, his mission. What is that? Then you go and dig in the background also. Then why don't you accept that? So then why you see only whatever liking for you, Prabhupada means only this. Okay, no. We never going to, nobody is going to accept like such a thing. No. Liking for Ardha Kukkidi, only I will take the half part of the back part of the hen because that is giving the egg. Front part I don't need because there is a loss. He's eating feed, we should feed. No. You're understanding, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. I was thinking in terms of what Narad Muni is saying here to Vyasdev, that, bhakti is most important. So I was thinking we shouldn't.
Bhakti point of view, no discrimination for any upadhi. No male, female, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, out, everything, nothing. Everyone is pure devotee. Even female also can become pure devotee. Or male also can become devotee. Anyone can become pure devotee.
So there must be some arrangement to facilitate that growth of pure devotion for everyone.
Yes, but there should not be free mixing of the man and woman. And there should not be, practical problems should not come for the growth of the spreading of pure devotion. This should not happen. It's not the one-day program. It is the 10,000 years program. You should not see your own life. And in my life, I should become this. No, you sacrifice that. Even you are qualified, sacrifice that for the growth of the mission. Then try to understand what is Prabhupada first. What is his mission first? How to spread the Krishna consciousness? What is pure devotion? First of all, try to understand what is pure devotion. So that is also very seriously lacking in the society. You are seeing or not? How much it is lacking? Very, that means grossly it is lacking. What is pure devotion itself is a very much poor understanding. Anyway, this mission is not going to be stopped. Whatever rules may come, so which are going to stop or against, and it will not be by any few, one person or by the few people, it is not going to be stopped actually. It is a Chaitanya's mission. It will go on. Okay. Anything? Any comments? Yes, Radhika Mataji.
Prabhuji, I have a basic question. I'm sorry, but this point that you were talking about, the pure devotee of the Lord having material desires. The thing is, to get into pure devotion, Shraddha is the only qualification. So material desires will be there for that person. And what you mentioned is this person will have to repent. If he is a pure if he has Shraddha, full Shraddha, then this person has to repent. If he is not repenting, that means he is not a pure devotee of the Lord. He is not feeling bad for his material desires. That means he has not got that full Shraddha. Is that the conclusion? Like, is it the derivation?
Because
if he
pure
doesn't
devotion,
repent.
Yeah. So pure devotion, Shraddha means what? You should understand. Shraddha means so understanding the glory of the bhakti.
Yes.
From the scriptures actually.
Yes.
Yes.
Shastratra Vishwasa.
Shastratra Vishwasa. So when one is getting this, then what will happen? So he is thoroughly understood what is right and wrong, what is good and bad, what is dharma, adharma. That means what is right and wrong based upon the position wherever he is situated. Maybe is a grostha or maybe is a brahmachari, sannyasi. Anyone can do pure devotion. It's not objected for based upon ashram. Anyone can do. So that means, so being in a grostha, so he is also having the limited, limited pleasure. So he is allowed, that means regulated pleasure. But being a pure devotee, he should not do that also. Yes, because anya bilashta sunyam.
Yes.
That means he should not enjoy. That means nothing he should do for his sense gratification.
Correct, Prabhuji. My question is just on the retention.
So I'm coming for that. I'm coming to that. So that means you should not have any gratification, sense gratification. That is the meaning of pure devotion. If first of all, you should understand what is pure devotion. Anya bilashta sunyam. That means no sense gratification. So you don't do anything for your sense gratification. So you do all the time activities to gratify or to satisfy the Lord. That is a pure devotion. So, but somehow or other, so you understood this principle, and also you have full faith, and some tendency came in you to get the material enjoyment. Then you feel, wow, it's anyabilasha sunya. I should all the time look for the pleasure of the Lord. Why I'm trying to be happy? Then he has to feel, nah? He will not feel.
No, I'm asking when he doesn't feel, if there is that.
If he doesn't feel means he didn't understand pure devotion.
I understand pure devotion. That's my point. So if he doesn't feel, that, have that remorse feeling, that means he is not having full Shraddha.
He doesn't understand what is pure devotion. Anyabilasha sunya, he didn't understand. Then what about Shraddha? Shraddha is the next thing. First of all, you should know what is pure devotion. Then you should get the faith on that.
Yes. Another question, Prabhuji, you mentioned that this person who has faith on the Shastras, he doesn't commit sins. That means it also implies that he will never commit aparad. Aparad is higher than the sin because it acts on the level of soul. So he is not going to do aparad for sure then. This person has to be free from both sin and aparad.
Yes, definitely. So, what are done in the previously, those will give results.
Yeah. So that is what he has to overcome. Because it will react. The fall of the previously committed aparad and sins will haunt him, and he has to overcome that with his pure devotion.
Yes.
Okay. This I think helps, Prabhuji.
Okay. You are not in the class?
No, Prabhuji, I was watching YouTube because it's very difficult otherwise to write notes for me. It becomes very difficult. I do it 2 times and I mean, I will do it again, but still it helps me with my notes. Just pause and little bit.
And how YouTube watching will help you? I didn't understand this.
No, I watch on YouTube. I take the notes on YouTube. Sometimes I pause, I write the concepts and complete your then come and ask questions.
Actually, that means because I understood, Mataji. You think that Venugopal will repeat again and again. So anyway, you are like a multi-mode. That means multitasking.
Not multi-mode, Prabhuji, not multi-mode. I just pause and write my concepts because I'm not writing it in a notebook. It takes a long time to write it in a computer, right? I mean, so I pause, I take the screenshots and everything, put it because that way it saves
I understood,
time.
Mataji. You are efficient, actually. You are efficient, Mataji.
No, I'm not. I think Archana Bhakti Mataji also makes wonderful.
No, everyone is great. I'm not saying.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji.
I'm not comparing, actually. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji. That's my Prabhuji, but I attend all your classes.
Okay, Mataji. So anything? Radharani Mataji. Mothers, all are my mothers. You all have to help in the future. So to train the girls in our society, in future society, because now it is very important why Lord is arranging like this, all of you, because if you are the future leaders, you have to become leaders and train the young girls in a systematic way, in a right way. That is a needed thing. That's why Lord is arranging this in a systematic way and in a nice way, so that our society will manifest in a beautiful way. That is very much needed. Okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Always in your service, Prabhuji.
Yes, my dear mother, I know. Okay.
Thank
you very much. So we'll discuss next thing in the next class. Because these slokas are very important. If you understand this, my thing is, my expectation is many concepts will be clear, because one of the most important conversation in the Bhagavatam, Rasa Narada conversation is very important. So that's why giving the little amount of time. So don't get bored. I don't know. So you are all getting bored. But we have to know more things also, definitely. Still, there is a lot of things are there to know more clearly, which helps to get the more and more clear understanding about the bhakti and other things. So look forward for learning more and implementing. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki